Webcams are a very important part of streaming, almost as important as your audio. Insta360 came out with the Link 4K Gimbal Webcam last year, and it was very popular. This year they're coming out with two new Link models, one with an upgraded camera and gimbal, and one with just an upgraded camera. Let's check them out and see if they're worth upgrading. Disclaimer, Insta360 did send me out both of these models ahead of time, but they have no input on my video and they're not paying me, so I'm as honest as I can be. If you guys want to check out the Insta360 cameras or any other products that I'm using, everything will be linked in the description below. And while you're there, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will really appreciate it and it'll help out my small channel. For the remainder of the video, we will be talking about the gimbal version because the Link 2C has everything that the gimbal version has, just no gimbal. In the box, you get the webcam, and it feels pretty premium. That's one thing that Insta360 does very well. All of their products feel very well built and nothing feels cheap. You get a metal magnetic mount to use for your monitor or just screw it into a stand. The magnets are very strong and there's no way it'll fall off. You get a USB-C to USB adapter and cable. The cable is a little short in my opinion, so you might need to buy a longer one. In the Link 2C box, you get all the same things, but the only difference is you get a physical privacy screen on the webcam. The Gimbal Link 2 will point the camera down when not in use. The Link 2C can't, so you have to manually close the privacy screen. I was pleasantly surprised with the image quality improvement from the Link 1 to the Link 2. The Link 2 is using a 1/2-inch camera sensor and it's 4K 30. I really do wish it was 60 FPS, but maybe we'll get that with the Link 3. The colors seem really good and the blacks are nice and dark, and the detail in my beard looks really good. The only two negatives I can see is a little bit of image noise in the dark areas, mostly on my tool chest and my back wall. Now if my room was more well lit, it probably wouldn't have any noise at all, but because this is my stream room, this is how I normally have my lights. And the other issue is my neon sign. The colors are a little washed out and just not very defined. The software for the Link webcams is pretty good too. You can control the webcam gimbal, set preset areas for the camera and angle to. I didn't mess around much with the smart tracking. In the effect tabs, you'll find all your camera settings, very similar to most webcam software. I keep the exposure on auto and autofocus. The autofocus does a really good job and it's very quick to readjust. You can use HDR, but I'm personally not a huge fan of it, so I leave it off. The Link 2 does a really good job with light flicker. You can see my neon sign has pretty much no flicker at all. You have some color presets that you can't rename, but maybe on the full release of the software you might be able to. Now the backgrounds are where things look really bad. In my opinion, they look terrible. They look worse than a TikTok filter, so I would never use them. The bokeh one is not that bad. And filters are just like Instagram filters, I wouldn't use them either. In the More tab, you can see the gestures for turning on tracking, zoom, and setting it to whiteboard mode, and they work really well. And now for how well the gimbal performs on the Link 2. It feels pretty similar to the Link 1. You can change the tracking speeds in the software if you need to. You can dodge the camera pretty easily if you move quick enough, but overall I think it does a pretty good job. One of the big selling points to the Link 2 that Insta360 was pitching to me for the webcam was they said that the Link 2 has the best sounding microphone, and it sounds as good as you think a webcam mic would sound. And this is the internal microphone on the Insta360 Link 2. What do you guys think? Are you going to use this? You definitely wouldn't be buying this to use as your main microphone. The Link 1 was a 3-axis gimbal, so it was able to rotate its camera if you wanted to record vertical content. The Link 2 is only a 2-axis gimbal, so if you want to record vertical content, you have to rotate the camera 90 degrees. Another cool little add-on is the OBSBot Tiny 2 is a competing gimbal webcam, and they have a remote that you can buy extra to control the webcam. Well, Insta360 can do the same thing, but they use your smartphone. Scan the QR code in the Link software to turn your smartphone into a remote control and control the webcam and even change its camera settings. Honestly, not bad. Overall, I think it's worth the upgrade to the Link 2. I think the Link 2 is even cheaper than the Link 1. Thanks for watching to the end, I really appreciate it, and if you guys do enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out. And thanks for watching.